Okay, so here we have the OMRON blood pressure complete monitor, I think they call it, because it's got the ECG as well. This obviously is the pump unit and the analyzer itself. It's a textured plastic material that they've used, but they said it can be cleaned with like a mild detergent or water. The cup itself, good quality, and it can be washed as well. Runs on batteries. For some reason they don't want people to be able to get to the batteries, so you've got to use like a screw to get to it. It's a shame it doesn't come with a DC supply, but okay, we'll go with batteries for now. Here's your heart sensors on the side, so you've got to operate it like that. The display itself, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up or give it a go. It's going to go into error now. There you go, just about. It's obviously a bit brighter, it's just the camera's not picking it up. It's around about 1 centimetre in height for the display that you get. To use it, if you just want to do blood pressure, you can just pop on the cuff and press the start button, and it'll take a reading and store it for I don't know how long it lasts, but it stores it on board, and then when your phone is connected it'll upload any tests that you've done to it. You do get a huge amount of paperwork that comes with it, but this is all because it's in multiple languages. There's the English one there, so you can have to get rid of that. The English section, there you go. So maybe it would have been a bit neater if they could supply individual countries. You end up with like a little small book instead of this massive paper that comes in the box. But the best thing that comes with it is actually this sheet, because it does give you a quick overview what is blood pressure and what do the readings mean. It's all broken down there, and there's like a little chart here that you can track your readings, what's good, what's bad. Just a little piece of paper, I think it's well worth taking a copy of. Anyway, should move on from there. Right, obviously, as you can see here, there's not much of a display, and that's because it relies really on this app. So you've got to install this app and connect it. One thing that you do get told about is that if you use your phone for contactless payment, it's probably using technology called NFC. You've got to turn that off in order to get this to work. And do remember to turn it back on afterwards, because it is quite embarrassing if you do regularly use it for payment. You go into a store and then all of a sudden your phone stops working, and you don't remember, oh, I forgot to turn it back on. So it's already off on mine anyway. Okay, so you've got the Connect on. This, for some reason, it seems to be updating daily. It doesn't seem to use the Android operating system, the App Store updates. Like when you open it, it just says, I'm going to please buy an update. And I don't know why it's so regular, but it seems to be happening all the time. And there was also a note in here to say that there's a brand new version of this app coming quite soon. This is August 2021 at the moment. Here's the display that you'll get. What is a bit weird is that I wish you could just plonk it on there and use it as the main display for the device, but you don't. You've got to use it like this first. Oh, I want to do a full ECG test. You've got to hit this plus and then do this, and then it tells you now put it on here. And I think I've read somewhere that it uses the microphone, so you're supposed to have the mic on that side of it if you read in the instructions. Press on OK. That's now on the display, and then you just follow these instructions, and it just says now you're going to put the cuff on and press the start button. and then off it will go. I mean, if I do this now without the cuff on it, it should just come up with an error. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, error number 1, you'd have to look up what it was, but I know it's to do with the fact that I haven't got the cuff on at the moment. Once you've done that, you could normally just press done, and it says then to pick the phone back up again, and then you can look at all of your readings that you've had in the past, and it's all recorded on this like max min. Well, it's not max min, is it? It's the 2 types of blood pressure on this graph here. Same with pulse. And then the cardiograph one itself, there's me with, I can slow my heart down. I'm one of these people that can do that, so I can just, and it calls that as bradycardia when I do that. Yeah, you can make little notes in here about what you were doing at the time. Just a manual error. Manual area for putting your notes in. Did you have any symptoms? Add that to it. And then you can then export this. You can send it via email. Choose which one you want to export. We'll go for the middle one. Put a name in. Tap here if the PDF is not attached to the email. I don't know if there's a technical problem. Okay. And then you've got to agree to it. Agree to sending your data via email. There's a lot of this goes on. Do you want to password protect it, which is pretty handy. I don't in my case. Choose what you want to use to send it. I'm just going to use Outlook in my case. Just once. And then what we see here is that it attaches it to the email, but there is no file extension. It's not, I know it's a PDF, but when this arrives at the other end, you've got to change that file extension to .pdf in order to get it to open. It's a bit strange that it does that, and it's obviously a bit of an error that they need to fix. What else have we got in the app? It uses, you must use the OMRON cloud, which is a bit naughty. I mean, when you first install this app, you've got to read through quite a lot of like terms and conditions for OMRON, just to make sure that if you used it wrong, it's not their fault. It's all a bit of a law thing, I take it. Lots to agree with, and you must use their cloud. You can't use your own to like store this information. What else was there on here? App settings. You can put in your own units you want to use, which maybe if you're in the USA, I suppose you want to change it to Fahrenheit. Download, distance. What has this got to do with this app? I'm not sure. What else have we got in there? The devices that it's currently in use with, so you could have multiple OMRON devices. User profile, what you like. I've just created a dummy account in this case. It's good, it is good, but I just wish it was more, it's on there, use it as a display, job done, but that's not the case. Good, it's a good monitor. Hopefully it would help somebody out. Another thing I'll say is that you do get an enormous amount of variation in the readings that you get, and you can cause a bit of a panic, but if you read this, straight away it says that you can't just take your blood pressure reading and then that's it. It's something that's got to be built up over a longer period of time, which is where the app's going to come into it. Okay.
Bluetooth button set to on iPad. Bluetooth button at back of X7 pressed for more than 5 seconds. Trying to pair via OMRON Connect app on the iPad. X7 not getting to pairing mode. Here are other smart devices: an iPhone 11, Galaxy 7, and the S21 Ultra, which I'm using to record this video. None of them have managed to pair because the OMRON X7, this is the second one, will not get.